17th of Nisan, also called Nisan or Abib in the Bible, is a significant date in biblical history. Here are the key biblical events traditionally associated with this date. 1. Noah's Ark resting on Ararat, Genesis 8:4. Then the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, on the mountains of Ararat. While Genesis calls it the 7th month after the Exodus, the Hebrew calendar was reordered, making Nisan the 1st month, Exodus chapter 12:02. This means the 17th of Nisan became the anniversary of the ark resting after the flood. 2. The crossing of the Red Sea, Exodus 13-31. Although the exact date is not explicitly stated, Jewish tradition holds that the Israelites crossed the Red Sea on the 17th of Nisan, 3 days after the Passover, which occurs on the 14th of Nisan. This marked a pivotal moment of salvation and deliverance from Egyptian bondage. 3. The first fruits offering and Jesus' resurrection. Leviticus 23:10-11. He shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted on your behalf. On the day after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. The Feast of First Fruits was celebrated on the 17th of Nisan, following the Sabbath during Passover week. Jesus' resurrection, Matthew 28:1-6, Mark 16:1-6, Luke 24:1-7, John 21:1-9. According to many Christian scholars, Jesus rose from the dead on the 17th of Nisan, fulfilling the first fruit symbolism. 1 Corinthians 15:20. 4. The Israelites enter Canaan. Joshua 5:10-12. The Israelites celebrated Passover on the 14th of Nisan, and on the following days they ate the produce of the land. The manna ceased, meaning that around the 17th of Nisan, they fully transitioned into the Promised Land. These events, spanning from Noah's flood to Jesus' resurrection, highlight a theme of new beginnings, deliverance, and restoration in biblical history. God's appointed times versus man-made traditions. Throughout Scripture, God establishes His holy days, setting apart times of worship and remembrance according to His divine will. We say so. Leviticus 23. These appointed times, such as Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and the Sabbath, are commanded by God and hold deep spiritual significance. However, man has sought to replace God's holy days with traditions not found in Scripture, such as Easter and Christmas, festivals with roots in paganism and idolatry. God warns against adopting pagan customs and worshiping Him. Take heed to yourself that you are not ensnared to follow them, that you do not inquire after their gods, saying, "How did these nations serve their gods? I also will do likewise." You shall not worship the Lord your God in that way. Deuteronomy 12:30-31. Neither Jesus nor His apostles observed Christmas or Easter, and there is no command in Scripture to do so. Instead, believers are called to follow the instructions given by God, not the traditions of men, Mark 7:6-9. If a feast is not ordained by God, then He does not sanctify it, and worship on such days is done in vain. True worshipers must seek to honor God in spirit and in truth, according to His word, John 4:23-24.